Good morning, students. Today we will start a next chapter 10, that is direct and inverse proportion. In your 6th class we already studied about the proportion, which is a statement in which the two ratios are equal. Now the proportion, it has two types. One is direct proportion and another one is inverse proportion. In the first exercise we will solve the sums related to direct proportion. And in the second exercise of 10th chapter, we will solve the sums related to inverse proportion. Now let us discuss what is direct proportion. Direct proportion, these are the two quantities related in such a manner that an increase in one result in a corresponding increase in another, or decrease in one result in corresponding decrease in another. They are said to be in direct proportion. In our daily life, there are so many situations which are based on the direct proportion beta. The first example, it is more articles will cost more. For example, if you buy some pens, right? If the cost of the one pen beta, it is 10 rupees. And if you have to buy the 10 pens, then you multiply 10 into 10. It means whenever you increase the quantity of the pen, its cost also increases. This is your direct proportion. If you decrease the quantity of pen, that if you buy rather than 10 pen, if you want to buy 5 pens only, then its cost is 50. Right? So these types of variations or these type of proportion, these are the direct proportion. Second example is more is the distance covered, more is the petrol consumed by it. Whenever you go from one place to another, you know you need the petrol, right, in order to drive some vehicle. And if you have to cover the more distance, then you know the more petrol is required. So this type of variation, it is a direct variation. And third example is more is the money deposited in the bank, then more is the interest. If you deposit more money, then more interest you will get, and if you deposit the less money, then less interest you will get. So this type of variation in which the result in one quantity gives us the change in another quantity. That is your direct proportion, right? In other words, if x and y varies directly, then ratio of x over y, it is equal to k. Where k is a positive constant. By using this relation, x over y equals to k, we will solve the exercise 10.1. Exercise 10.1, and let the sum number 1 is, from the following tables find x and y, they are in direct proportion or not. If yes, then find the constant of variation, right? The first part is, because the table is given to you, x over y, right? We find the ratio of each column. Let us take it 1, let us take it 2nd, and let us take it 3rd. Now we find the ratio. The first one is your x over y, 35 over 5. Then we find the simplest ratio by doing it static, right? This is 5 ones and 5 7. This is 7 over 1. In second column, the ratio x over y, it is 84 over 12. And you know, 12 ones are 12 7. It is again 7 over 1. But in third column, x over y, it is 42 over 8. Now, when we convert it in the simplest ratio, we doesn't get the value 7. Now it goes in the table of 2. 2 4s are 8, 2 2s are 4, and 2 1s. It is 21 over 4. Now from these three ratios, we find that first ratio it is equal to second ratio, but third one is not equal. So we write down the 35 over 5, it is equal to 84 over 12, but it is not equal to 42 over 8. So, these are not in direct relation. These are not in direct proportion. Now, come to the second part. In the second part, again we find the ratio of each column. Let us take it 1, second and third. Now, x over y, it is 16 over 36. Now do the cutting of these two. 4 nines are and 4 4. Because this is 4 over 9. Now I take the second ratio, that is 28 over 63. Now again I will do the cutting. 7 nines are and 7 4. It is again 4 over 9. Now the third one is here 60 over 135. It is divisible by 15. 15 fours are and 15 nines are. So again its ratio is 4 over 9. So you will write yes, these are in a direct proportion. Yes, these are in direct proportion because 16 over 36, it is equal to 28 over 63. It is equal to 60 over 135. Ratio of each one is 4 over 9. So, constant of variation. So, constant of variation, it is 4 over 9. This is your beta first sum. Sum number 2 is complete the following table if x and y are in direct proportion. Beta, you everybody know in direct proportion x over y, it is a constant, or x over y, it remains the same, right? Now first of all, I will take, we have to find these values which are the missing in this table. Let us take it x1, it is x2, and in the y side let us take it be y1. Now we know in direct proportion x over y, it remains the same. So I will find the x over y from the second column, 16 over 72. First of all, converting into the simplest ratio. We divide it with the table 4 4s are 16, 4 1s are 4, 5 6 7, 4 8s are 32. Again it is divisible by 2, 2 2s are 4 and 2 9s. So we get the ratio, that is 2 over 9. Now we equate this ratio with each one of these tables and find the corresponding values of x1, x2 and y1. Let us equate first of all first and second ratio. And the first ratio, it is given to you x1 over 45. Now it is equal to 2 over 9. But by cross multiplying, we will find the value of x1. x1 into 9 equals to 2 into 45. So x1, it is 2 into 45 over 9. 9 5s are. So x1, it is 2 5s are 10. So beta, first missing value here in this table, x1, it is 10. Now I find the second value, that is y1. Right? Now I equate second and third, and 26 over y1, because it is equal to now this again simplest ratio, that is 2 over 9. Now again I do the cross multiply. I will get 26 into 9, it is 2 into y1. Now 26 into 9, it is divided by 2 and I will get y1. 2 1s are and 2 3s are. Now 13 9s are 170. It is beta your y1. This is your second missing value in the table. Now the third missing value is x2. This is your beta second missing value. The third missing value is x2 over 180. It is again equals to the ratio 2 over 9. Again do the cross multiply. x2 into 9, it is 2 into 180. x2, it is 2 into 1, 18. 9, divide these values. 9 twos are and 20 into 2, I will get 40. So the x2 it is 40. By putting these values in the table, you can complete this table. Now, x1 is beta 10 over 45. Second one is 16 over 72. Third, the missing value I will find. Second one is 26, and the y1 it is 170, and fourth one it is x2, and that is 40 over 180. So in this way you can complete the table.